remember that feeling. I was leaving behind 19 years old of my life, my families and my friends, when I decided to leave my country. I can remember that day as it were yesterday. I have heard even from my friends, people who I knew, don't dream too high, Vanessa, because you're never gonna get to Harvard or you will never get that American dream. There were many times, not just one, when I doubted if I would be able to realize my dreams. I am a pediatric surgeon at the Johns Hopkins Hospital. I also run a lab at the Burnett School, which is in the Department of Cancer Research. For me, medicine is the longest and most complicated careers in the entire world, but it is also one of the most satisfying careers too. For me, if you want to be a pediatric surgeon, you need to be clear that is the part of medicine that specializes in the healthcare of children. Also, I believe in order to become a good pediatric surgeon, you need to know how to have a patient with the kids. You need to know how to deal with the parents as well, because you have to keep in mind that now you deal with two people at the same time. Also, I believe it is really important to have a good bedside manner. And the doctors need to understand how they have to work under pressure.
Hi, my name is Vanessa, and this is Johns Hopkins Hospital. I've worked with Vanessa for like a year and a half now, and I gotta say that she's have an outstanding performance. You know, she's very serious when she's working, and you know, I admire that. She kind of pushed me. There was this one time in my life where I just didn't want to continue working, but then like, you know, she persuaded me, she influenced me to continue on what I was doing, and so that gave me a little bit of inspiration and just to keep me going, you know. If it wasn't for her, I guess I have to say, I don't know, where would I be? But I'm very happy that she's in this hospital working with me.
I had the opportunity to grow up in a loving family. My mom and my dad, they always have represent a role model for me. See how they gave up everything that they had in Venezuela and moved here from to the United States to start from the beginning is that kind of sacrifice that I was going to be always thankful for. Who I am today, what I have today is just because of them. Also have my sister, she's a doctor as well. We went to medical school together. She has been this confident person and she has been my best friend since then. I was born in Venezuela. I went to Nuestra Señora de Fatima High School and I graduated on July 2013. Later, I was admitted into the medical school. I spent 3 years of my life in that university. However, my country didn't represent a good situation in that moment. It wasn't secure anymore, so my family and we decided to move to the United States. It was really difficult for me to leave my studies because medicine is my passion, is everything that I wanted, but I knew it was worth it. It was. And I knew in this country I would find better opportunities too. When I came here to the United States, I didn't speak English at all. Actually, I didn't like it at the beginning, but I knew if I want to become someone one day, I would have to learn it. When I started working as a housekeeping, I started kind of learning something, but then I moved as a food runner and then ended up working as a retail. When I felt confident about my language, my English, I decided to go to college. It's then when I went to Valencia with that idea of following my dream of becoming a doctor. Throughout my experience in Valencia College, I worked a lot and I saved up for my schooling. I graduated from Valencia on May 2020 with my AA. Then I applied at UCF, got transferred, I got my bachelor's degree in 2022. Later, I took my NCAT. The NCAT is the test that you're required to take in order to go to the med school. I got accepted and I went to medical school at Lake Nona. Because I have my bachelor's degree in biomedical science, I was able to find a job at the Burnett School and the Lab of Research for Cancer, which is the lab that I'm running right now. My great desire to find the cure for that illness, it was what allowed me to have a balance between me as a medical student and having my work at the same time. After I finished my career as a medical student at Lake Nona, I decided to try it and I applied to Harvard. Then I got the letter when they say that I was admitted. So I went over there, I finished it up, my fellowship, and I became a doctor. To be honest, I left Venezuela driven by the necessity. I remember the insecurity, there was no food, there was no medicine, so my family and I, we decided to move here. When we arrived here in the United States, I was completely insecure, but I just told myself, I'm gonna find my own American dream, becoming a doctor in the United States. I believe all the Hispanics, they have lived that dream here, based on in efforts.
And so, a couple of years now, Vanessa and I have been trying to research for a cure of cancer. I remember this one time in Burnett Cancer and Research Institution. We grabbed a couple of colleagues of ours and, tried to find a way to cure cancer. I believe there's some sort of way we can find that solution and hopefully bring peace to the world. Because I believe 99% is a positive chance we can cure cancer.
It was because of my outstanding qualifications that I was able to obtain a partial scholarship. My main purpose in life is to be able to help children by finding the cure for cancer. The reason why I chose to become a pediatric surgeon is because I like children. I see childhood is our future, so we must work hard in order to give them adequate help. Since I have memory, I always had the necessity to help people, and I felt a lot of sympathy for children. So the best idea that I came up with was to be a doctor for children. Thinking that even though we do all we can as a doctors, using all this new technology available out there and this human power that we might have, sometimes we can defy or we can beat this cancer that is affecting us. It is the hardest thing for me. The emotion that I feel when I get to tell the parents that now we're dealing with cancer, it feels like my heart is being torn apart. That is why I have transformed all this negative energy into something positive. And that's why the reason that I keep fighting, working at the lab, trying to give hope to my patients. Because at the same time, I feel like I am giving hope myself. This country has given to me so much opportunity and happiness. Actually, I met my first boyfriend, and who's now my husband, and I created important bonding with incredible people. But the things that I remember most was one class that I took in Valencia College. What I got from SLS, New Student Experience, is that it is imperative to know the purpose of our life. I learned when a person is aware of the strengths that she or he has, they can apply them daily and make the world better.